What is up, everybody? Another episode of Shorty Sneaker Conversations. This is episode 34. So, what's up, Lady of Laces? Try to get our guest here. What's up, Tech Maestro 416? Just sent the invitation to our guest. Hopefully, she'll be arriving shortly. So, Lady of Laces, what's that newest cop? Okay, most steps. I just sent you the invite. Send it one more time. So it's at a different location. I usually do this either in my Jordan closet or at my dining room table. Okay, overbreaks. I just wore some overbreaks yesterday, the pollen rise color. So that's definitely a good shoe to have. A lot of people was hating on the overbreaks on Facebook, because of the sole or whatever, but I don't care. All right, there we go.
Hey,
How are
good, good. How are you?
you? Pretty good, pretty good. Welcome.
Thank
Shorty
you.
Conversations. Oh, I like how you got that in the background with the shoe boxes on the wall.
Yeah, I had to do something new.
Good, it's good.
Yeah,
Well, how are you feeling today?
feeling pretty all right. It's all right. How about you?
The same, pretty all right. I like
Oh, awesome, awesome.
all right. Well, before we get, to talk, I did ask, what was the most positive thing you were able to take from 2020?
From 2020, I would say the most positive thing that I was able to take from 2020 is to not take so much time away from following your dreams. So I guess when the pandemic hit, I really thought about things from my life and perspective. I was like, I spent so much time working, so much time putting into a career, and it's like I'm putting me on the back burner. So I said, why not take the time to just go out and follow your dreams and do something you love? And so here I am.
Hear
Yeah,
you, hear
yeah.
you. Okay, okay. Well, if you don't mind, just tell everybody watching, who you are, where you're from, what you do.
All right, well, I'm Mo Steps. Some call me Mo Steps, whatever. I'm from the Peach State, Georgia. I am a speech pathologist, so that's my career, but I am also a sneakerhead. So,
Good,
yeah.
good.
Mhm.
Right. Well, let's just, dive right into some sneaker origins. What was your earliest sneaker moment or memory?
Oh, let's see. My earliest sneaker moment was the time when my mom and my dad, they bought me, I would say my first pair of sneakers that I thought were the coolest. They were LA Gears, they were light ups. So, I thought that that was like the coolest thing. And I remember that my brother, he had the BK British Knights. And so, I thought that that was super cool. And so as time progressed, when I got into like the fourth grade and I was living in Alabama. I remember that like there was like that was when the sneaker thing really became real to me was like in fourth grade because I remember all the guys, one guy had the Nike Air up tempos, another one he had the Jordan 12s, the Jordan 11s. And so I was like, okay, this is kind of new to me. So, and plus when girly sneakers, they weren't really coming out with anything that was like, oh, let me go and I just gotta have these. So as time progressed, I think they taking more time to look at the women and see well, what interests us. So.
Now, did I hear correctly say you were in the fourth grade when the up tempos came out?
Yes, I remember yeah, there was somebody who had the up tempos and I remember those big the AIR letters and I was like, man, that's so cool. What are those? And I remember being in fourth grade.
Yeah, it's got me feeling pretty old here, man.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah.
I was at least still a student. I just
Hey, okay, hey.
so yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, what sneaker would you say really got you would you say the LA Gears or what got you into it, or was there another sneaker?
Well, I would say that the sneakers that really, really got me into it, I think is when I saw the LA Gears really introduced me to the sneaker life. But I would say that what really got me into it was seeing the Jordan 11s and the up tempos. I don't know, it was just something about them. They really just pulled me in, and so I wanted to know, well, what is this all about? Because I guess being in military family background, I that wasn't something that I was really seeing or introduced to the culture. I just really didn't have that. But when I moved to Alabama and moved down south, it was kind of like just something different. I never really knew about. So
Cool.
yeah.
Okay. With I've seen you post. I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel, so
Uh-huh.
do you consider yourself a collector?
I would have to say that I am a collector. I think I have maybe over, probably, I don't want to say the number. So I have quite a bit, quite a bit of sneakers. So I would say, yeah, I'm pretty much a collector. I would say that.
I don't even know my number. I just
Yeah.
search
Oh.
within the collection. I'm like, yeah, I got this many, this or that, but yeah, I
Yeah, yeah.
haven't probably since about '08, so it's
Okay.
a long time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, Now, with you being a sneakerhead, shoe enthusiast, whatever you want to call it, um, I know you said that the Pippins and the 11s and then the
Mhm.
LA Gears, was there another moment where you're like, man, I'm really in this, or was it that?
Okay, so I think the moment that I knew, um I think, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Because I was more in my career and stuff, I really didn't have time to kind of really build my collection. So I think what really got me back into the game was my first purchase of I bought some Pumas. I said, okay, I'm just gonna take a chance with some Pumas, see where I'm gonna go with this. So I'm gonna bring these out. These are I have these on my Instagram page, but they're the Puma Girl Power. Show these here. I only got these because I really like the colorway. And as far as like with the comfort, I mean, I don't know. I was grabbing, I was really gravitated towards these and the feel of them. I like how cushiony and plush they are inside. I like the foam when it's like on the heel. I mean, it's a really good, solid feeling shoe. I don't know how much love Pumas really get, but these were my thing. So I'm gonna show you a second pair. As I was going into the get into my sneaker journey, I was looking at the women's OGs. I think when I got those really kind of propelled me back into trying to, well, really get into Jordans, really. And I always liked Jordans, but of course, when I was growing up, my parents were kind of like, we're not going to pay for Jordans. You got to go out and get your job, pay for those if you want something like that. So I did get a job. I bought a pair of Jordans when I was like maybe 16. So when I saw the women's OGs, I really felt like I was like, these are pretty cool. They gave me the feel of the Flint 13s, or the Jordan 13s. And I said, well, these are unique. I'm gonna go ahead and cop these. So, yeah.
Yeah, I always felt that the Pro Strong and that women's Jordan there, since they
Hmm.
look so much like the 13, that they were just prototypes of the 13.
Yeah.
Made them.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
That women's Jordan looks so much like the 13. The panels are so similar. The toe
I
box.
mean, right, right. It's like, yeah, a carbon copy. So I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, back in the day,
Hmm.
when you will say like when you was a teenager, when you was copping
Hmm.
kicks, you got your job, you got those Jordans.
Hmm.
Where would you get sneakers from back in the day?
Oh, back in the day, Foot Locker was the place. Foot Locker, Finish Line, Foot Action. I remember my brother, he used to get like East Bay magazine when it came in the mail. I was like, oh, East Bay, East Bay. We used to all get on the floor and kind of like flip through the pages. I'm like, oh, if I would get these, we would circle. I don't know how many we had circling. So after he would, look at the magazine and get his first, run through, then I would go and grab his magazine and just wish and be like, oh yeah, I would get these and I would get that and that. So, just remembering just from, all of those times, it kind of, that's where, it kind of put me. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me
Hmm.
take a minute out to say hello to the people that have joined.
Oh, yeah.
Trouble. What's up, Tanya? Uh, my boss at work, Mike Chuck Taylor. What's going on, Mike? Welcome. We got Ray Cash, Cleveland's own, one of the best rappers to ever come out of Cleveland. He's also on here. So welcome to all of y'all. Thank you for joining. Okay. Well, now you're going to give me a crazy look, but
Uh-oh. Okay.
always, give me a look when I ask this question, but where is your favorite place to cop sneakers now with the way things are?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna start off where my favorite place not to cop sneakers now. So
Uh,
my favorite place to not cop sneakers, I mean, Foot Locker. I can't stand the process, the online buying. I'm like, as soon as something drops, you get in there, you could be right there at the minute, and then it's like something's wrong with the website. So Foot Locker, I can't stand. I don't even mess with the shoe stores. I don't know, but lately, I've been trying to take my chances on, Nike sneakers app when I can win something. And I know I don't want to, but I have to use sometimes the third party sellers. I know how it is, but when you want it, you want it. But I mean, I just, I have to do it. So third party sellers and mostly the sneakers and Nike app.
okay. My wife has a lot of success with the sneakers app.
Oh man.
One win this year, and that was those black and lime green sixes. I didn't really want those, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I ended up winning. But
Wow.
yeah, she's been the one. She's won stuff for me and herself quite a
Hmm.
past maybe 3-4 years there. But me, I've really been doing just a lot of online thrifting and Macari, Poshmark, eBay, of course,
Yeah, yeah.
Etsy. Just
Yeah, yeah.
because with me taking so many L's, I've really focused on just reachbacks, which I've actually
Hmm.
series on my YouTube channel, just coming up on stuff. I've got about 8 things coming in the mail I'm waiting on now. So
Right.
or reachbacks. So I took an L fighting fours, but my old assistant when I was a
Hmm.
store manager at Hibbett Sports, my friend Aaron, he looked out because he had a size 12.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for them to come.
Oh man.
Definitely took an L on sneakers. So
Yeah, and that seems like the typical thing with sneakers. I mean, it's kind of like for me, I mean, I was shocked that I even won the off. I got a chance to buy the off whites. I was like, because I mean, if I were to show you my sneaker purchases, you'll be like, oh my gosh, like they never give me a win. So when I got that, I was like, man, that was dope. So I guess I mean, if you don't mind, I can pull them out and
sure.
but I don't know how everyone was feeling about the off whites, but I'll tell you one thing. I was really hoping to get the two material types. I didn't really want the leather ones. I wanted the suede and the leather. So when I opened the box, I mean, I got exactly what I wanted, and so I mean that worked out pretty well. So yeah,
Good, good.
yeah.
I didn't get access to those. If I would have had a chance, I would have gotten. I would either wanted 1 or 50.
Oh yeah,
Really 50 because of the black. It's
yeah,
so different.
definitely.
I don't know. I'm a dunk guy. I only have one pair of dunks. Most of my dunks
Oh,
are old, but
oh wow. Only oh man. Okay, so you talking to someone who's I'm a dunk fanatic. I'll give you a story behind that. So I think that what got me into the dunks was because, I was interested in skateboarding a little bit when I was young. And so I used to watch on Nickelodeon, I used to watch Doug, and Doug would always have, he had this one episode where he had this Smash Show skateboard. And so after that, I was like, man, I really think I could skateboard. And my mom's like, you know, no, you're not going to break a bone or something like that. But they bought me one. And so ever since, you know, I've always admired skateboarders. I always admired the art, the activity, you know. But now, am I a skateboarder? No, you probably couldn't get me on a board, but I'll bring these out and introduce you to my Celadons. You know, I really like these. These are, I would say, if you are a skateboarder, I think they would be a solid shoe just because of the padding. I mean, it's just everything about it. I like the, you know, the colorway, how they kind of mix that Celadon, that blue. It kind of looks like a purple blue, and then they give you the speckles, you know, the black and white speckles across the sole or whatever. So, you know, and I like that they threw in, you know, the extra pair of laces. So, yeah.
Yeah, like the only newer pair of dunks I have was
Hmm.
actually won these at a doctor visit. So I had to
Oh,
really
wow.
myself because I was learning about some stuff that I was dealing with while I
Yeah.
the veneer, the ugly duckling dunk.
Oh,
I won those say October or November.
oh,
Uh,
nice.
those and the Kobe Bruce Lee's, the Kobe 5 Bruce Lee were the last two sneakers other than those sixes that I won on sneakers. And that was like
Wow. Nice.
a while, but like all of my dunks were pretty much from 1999 to like 2016. Like I don't have
Oh,
other than that one pair. So
okay. So you got the classics. That's what's up, though.
dunk is the shoe that I have the most of one style of in my collection. So I've got
Okay.
92.
Oh, wow. Nice, nice.
Some
I'm
are
still, go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. I was gonna say some are SB, some are regular, some are one pieces, a couple different ones.
Nice, nice. I would say that since I am a dunk collector, I would say that one of my favorite pair, and I think the ones that I waited so long for the price drop. You know, I didn't get them on the sneakers app, and I was waiting and waiting for the price drop, and it seemed like they were just they never got to like a price where I was like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I just say, you know what, this is something that I really, really want, so I'm gonna go out and get it. So I got the carpet dunks. Now, I'm going to tell you about these. I haven't ripped them because, you know, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear them, and maybe I'll rip them. But if I, if I could, I would love to cop another pair so I could just tear one and just wear one that's in the regular form. But, you
That's,
know, I really like these. Yeah.
yeah, now it's people in the comments talking about 92 pair, let me see, and all that. I'm not in my, you know, where one of my shoe areas is just because my wife and my son are downstairs doing stuff, and my shoe room is
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of so I'm up in
Okay, that's cool.
the man cave area. But I will tell y'all on my YouTube I am going to do a dunk collection video with all of the pairs. So
Nice.
that is coming. I've done collection posts for Jordans 1 through 6, so I need to do number 7.
Yeah.
So, but since I've um, started working a job, I haven't really
Hmm.
had as much time to create content. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but okay, let me get back on track. So, what influences your sneaker purchasing? Like, what is it? Is it the colorway? Is it nostalgia factor? Is it all the
Mm.
above, or what really influences? You know, I'm gonna buy those.
For me, sometimes it can be nostalgia, sometimes, but lately for me, it's been style, colorway. You know, I've been taking a lot of chances on just different type of sneakers because I kind of like what's different, or I like what's maybe not normally liked sometimes, you know. So it led me to my, you know, like to going to the Adidas collection. You know, when I saw that they were doing so many different collaborations. I really, really enjoyed how they picked up the Simpsons collab, and I think one of my favorite ones was the Krusty Burger ones because I like colorway. I'm big on texture of shoes, how they feel in my hands. You know, what kind of materials are they using? And so with the Krusty Burger shoes, I'm going to show you one of the things I really, really loved about this one was, well, is really this back part because I like the fuzzy feel. It makes me feel like they're trying to mimic, you know, Krusty the Clown's hair. So I'm one.
I can't hear you.
Look. Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry. I think I had a call coming through. But I love the feel of them. I love the detail how they kind of targeted the sesame seed bun, they took it around and kind of added those elements of having a burger on your shoe. So that was something that I really, really, really enjoyed.
Yeah, my wife has those. I kind of wish
Oh
I
yeah.
would have pulled the trigger myself just because I was doing a show. I haven't done it in a while, but on my YouTube it's called Purchase or Pass, where every week I would talk about the upcoming releases, and I
Hmm.
talked about those, and I was just like, but I probably gotten them those and the flaming moles.
Oh yeah, yeah, I got those flaming modes, and I want to. I guess I'll bring out two more pair. The flaming modes. I would say the out of the Simpson collabs, I would say the Krusty Burgers are my favorite, but the Flamin' Moles also have just as much detail. They give you, and so when I was, kind of remembering the episode about Homer, Moe stole his drink idea, and then I was like, that's pretty clutch. They put it with the shoe and gave you the little shoe charm to go on top, and they gave you the flames, and it really added to the element of the shoe. And I was able to also find the energy drink. So when I was able to compare the can of the energy drink to the shoe, I was like, they really hit these spot on. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah. Hmm.
Now you showing a lot of sneakers. I feel bad that I
Oh no, that's fine. I, I
have.
can't.
If y'all want to see some Air Maxes, my Air Maxes is up here. At
It's all good.
4 or 5 different locations in this house. But what's your? Well, I guess we could ask. What's your most recent cop?
My most recent cop. Ooh, you know what? My most recent cop is the 1985 Dunks. I didn't want to. I was gonna show those off, but I didn't want to bring them because I wanted to do a review on them because I ended up getting the red ones and the black and white ones, and I like shoes that kind of give me a challenge to find something that's going to fit the color palette. So if it's something that's unique, I'm going to try to challenge the shoe myself and see if I can make something work with it. So it's kind of like I look at it as a game. You get shoes that are kind of like out there. So what can you do with them to kind of just let them be the statement? So that's kind of been my thing lately. And I think that with I would say one shoe that I did do that with, even though I don't have my 1985 there in my other room, but I would bring out my Adidas it was the GNK I think they were called the GNK the GSNK 10,000, I believe. I think I have those. Let me look over here. Mm, yeah, that's it right there. So my G S and K's, I put these on my page because I know I had a chance to go and visit Candytopia. And so what I liked about these shoes a lot, the reason why I got these shoes was because one thing that attracted me to them was that because of the color on them in the dark, they glow, they glow in the dark. So you'll see the green light up. I also like of course, like I said, I'm a texture person. So I like the fur that's actually on the shoe. And they said that they wanted to capture the monster aspect. So I really thought they really, capture the animalistic look of the shoe, adding that kind of alligator skin. They went in and added fur. So kind of like they took a lot of animals or maybe two animals and threw it on the shoe. So I thought these were pretty lit.
Yeah, the CX 8000 is one of my favorite Adidas models. That's the
Oh
Apple
yeah.
release.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. That's nice. Got a lot. Got a lot.
Thank
Let
you.
me
Oh
tell you.
yeah.
Oh man. Well, let me ask you. You know, in your sneaker journey, do you feel like you've had any extra difficulty, or you know, just had to go through any extra changes because you were a lady in the shoe game?
I would say as of right now, I can't definitively say that I have experienced any challenges because so far everything has kind of it's been a little smooth. I'm not going to say it's going to be like that, but I know that sometimes being in this side of, I guess, in this arena, you know, women, I guess it's not really it's really not a platform sometimes for women, but now I feel like those things are changing because they're actually looking at, okay, women are also have a representation in this. So it's not just, even though it's dominated mostly by men in sports, and they're the ones that's getting the deals or getting the best of sneakers. I feel as though that, you know, by creating that space, like what Nike is, what they're doing, and creating that space to kind of, let's see what the women are, what can they add to this. I think it's a smart move to me, because it's not limiting yourself, I guess, you know, to just one spectrum. You're kind of trying to open up and engage your whole entire audience, because, and so I really appreciate that they took more thought into styling our shoes and just kind of not giving us just something. It's actually being put, some thought is actually being put into it. So overall, I would say that I'm glad that women are getting more of a platform, and I just hope that, you know, we all can just all, you know, be cohesive and have a safe space so we all can enjoy, you know, what we all do. So
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
Let me shout out Twin Mother, one of my favorite guests on this show. She's actually in the comments all election. Got to shout out Neo Chasen, everybody else who joined. You know, welcome, thank you. You know, for okay. What's the biggest change or adjustments you've had to make with sneakers since the pandemic started?
The big change that I've had to make with sneakers, I would say maybe really, really thinking about my purchases and saying like, okay, is this something that I really want? Because I guess one thing that I ran into when the pandemic happened was that, you know, my shoes weren't coming in. And I know that's probably the horror story for everyone, especially when everything was like shut down. I mean, I think the Indigos, when I got the Indigos, it was like, that was like torture trying to get those in the mail. So it was like I had to wait and wait and wait. And then it was like, when Nike told me that they had to cancel the order, and then like a couple of days later they showed up. And so I was like, oh, my Jordan 12 Indigos came in. And so I guess what changed me is just being, I guess, more strategic, or really thinking about what shoe I'm going to purchase next, and not so much of, oh, I want to get these or something like that. You know, I really want it, whatever I get, I want them to have a meaning as to why I'm getting them. I want them to be relatable to me. So I guess I could say that's something that's different for me.
Sure. I'll
Hmm.
just say for me, I've told the story on the show many times,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh-huh.
when the pandemic started, the first few, you know, like Jordans weren't really that, like the Core Purple ones weren't that hard
Hmm.
to get. The DMP6s weren't that hard to get. The
Hmm.
Silver Tongue Fire Reds, but once that Flint 13 came out, everything changed, and that
Hmm.
let me know everything was different. Let me know it was real.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm thinking, and I still have a problem with that, where I think with the pre-pandemic brain with a lot of,
Hmm. Hmm.
but you know, when you hear she was full family,
Hmm.
you just assume, oh, well, it's going to be a bunch of them. All the foot sites are going to have them. I'm
Right.
still with Foot Locker. So
Yeah.
um, our store wasn't open yet because our mall was messed up. It was a dead mall, and it was
Hmm.
like literally falling apart. So the city had
Hmm.
condemned us. So I didn't really put any footwork because I really thought that we were going to be back open by the time the Flints came out. And
Hmm.
just one shoe that I just refused to pay resale for.
Hmm.
Now I
Hmm.
have every other Flint release, even the OGs, the '05,
Hmm.
10, but I wanted that 20 because
Hmm.
I wanted to do a video with all four for the YouTube channel.
Nice. Yeah.
I compared them, and this one was the one that was closest to the 98, you know, because the
Hmm.
2010, the blue was too blue and there was no 3 in.
Hmm.
The '05 version, the gray was way too dark. So um, I still refuse to pay resale.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't even want to pay box. Like, you know, working in shoe store, you know,
Right. Right.
you used to just, shit, I'm getting a discount on these. These are only going to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Right.
it's tough, but I've had to make some adjustments myself, and I really had to focus on reach backs as
Yeah.
opposed, you know, I may get the new release, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you on that.
All right. Now I'm gonna ask you some basic questions, like almost like
Okay.
me to do, and be like, what's your favorite color? So, so what's your favorite shoe right now to wear?
My favorite shoe to wear. Let me think. I'm gonna look and think. My favorite shoe to wear. Ooh, that's a hard one. Okay, I know what I'm gonna go with. If I were to say a favorite as far as like just probably going out, I'm gonna go with the Jordan Deltas. I know this is, I like the Jordan Deltas, and I'm gonna tell you the pair that I like is the Vachetta Tans, and I'm gonna tell you that the reason why I like the Vachetta Tans, I mean, first it was the colorway, and I love the way that they accented it with the kind of mint green, the comfort of these, they're like unbelievable. I mean, I know I'm talking about comfort. That makes me sound like I don't know, but
Hey,
hey,
we get up there, man.
hey, so I gotta be real. I gotta keep it real. These shoes, if you sleep on these, you're missing out. You're missing out on a really good shoe. I mean, I love these. I love them so much that I had to cop them in another colorway. And the colorway that I got, I like to call these, I nicknamed them, and I like to call them patchwork because they just kind of remind me of like, different patches, like somebody taking in different patches and just kind of stitching them on the shoe. So you can really see, just how nice they are. And I had to just get two pair. And this colorway, I really loved it. You know, it's just something about them. So if you have a pair, the people who do have a pair, if you do, and if you don't, get you some so you can.
I don't know if that's for me, and I'm not even
Oh, you gotta.
not even one of them where I dislike Team Jordans.
Hmm.
I'm not even one of them. So, but
Yeah.
I wear 11 and a half, 12.
Hmm.
They might not look right on me.
Oh.
You know, I do.
Yeah.
Let me just shout out, what's up, Elise? Thanks for joining. El Princess, XOXO. Welcome. All right. Well, gave the Jordan Delta some love. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Welcome, Sneaker Reactions. All right. What is your go-to shoe? Like, I'm gonna fuck them up today with these.
Okay, listen. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have two pair. One I don't have with me. They are my Adidas night joggers. I'm telling you, I have a pair that I have. If I were to show you those, they look like they literally have been through the mud. Like, I don't know. It's just something about those night joggers. As far as when I'm like on the trail, I like to go and hike. Like, well, not hiking, not when I'm hiking, but when I'm working out, walking, running, those are my go-to shoes. So if I know that I'm out and I'm like, I don't care, this shoe knows what I'm gonna do to it. So don't be shocked. And so that's my shoe. But if I were to say another pair, and I have them on my feet, so I'm gonna pull it off real quick. And the Nike RYZs. These were a unique pair for me. I was really attracted to these shoes just because of how the sole looked, how they had that spacing. It just kind of looked futuristic a little bit, I guess. And so as far as with these, I mean, I can put these on, I can go. And I like these also because I am a shorty, so these give me a little bit of height, so I feel good about these.
I'll call it.
Oh, I better not say. I'll put us. I'm under 5 feet. Yeah.
Hey, I'm short too. I'm not that short, but I'm short.
Okay.
I'm about five. My driver's license say 5'8", but I'm really like 5'7.5", something like
Oh,
that. So you're
yeah.
good. It's all good. Uh, okay. Well, what shoe is like a holy grail to you? A shoe that you really want, but you just haven't been able to get your hands on, like slip through your fingers a bunch of times. What shoe is that?
Oh my goodness. If I were to say a shoe that slipped through my fingers that I really wanted were it was a Jordan 4 off whites.
Uh,
Uh that I was like when I was so like when I was getting back started on getting my sneakers and stuff, my sister put me on and she was like, you need to get on the sneakers app. You need to get on it. You need to get on it. You need to get on it. I'm like, okay, okay. And so when I got on it, I remember when they came out, and I was like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna get these. It's gonna be no problem. And it was like, nope, you're not. So if I were to say that if I were to get a pair, it would be the Jordan 4 off whites. That would be something that I would love to get.
Off-white fours are your holy grail right now.
Right now, if I would say, yep, those are it.
All right. Now let's go on the opposite end. What is your
Okay.
sneaker regret or sneaker regrettable purchase? Do you have it?
Ooh, a sneaker regret. Let's see. I'm trying to think of anything that I have that I regret. Mm, I could say, let's see. Uh, hmm.
What's up, Chris?
You Go ahead. You
Sorry.
know what? I don't, that's okay. You know what? I can't think of, you know what? There was a pair. Yes, it was. And I actually returned them. They were, I can't think of the name of them. That's so bad. That's how much I really disliked them. And so I had a hard time, getting my refund with Nike. It was like, that was a crazy process because they were like, oh, we didn't get the shoes. And then somebody else was like, I got the shoes. And the shoes just fit horrible. They were just a terrible shoe. And I was just like, get them out of here, the better. That'd be better for me. So I can't think of the name, but if it comes across to me, I'll let you know.
Yeah, my biggest
Yeah.
sneaker regret is probably, the store I was running at the time.
Uh-huh.
I used to be a store manager for this. It's the only Tier Zero boutique in Cleveland because even though I live in North Carolina, I'm in Cleveland,
Mhm.
so it's
Okay.
called Exhibition, and
Okay.
I was there for about 5 years. And during that time,
Hmm.
the Shattered Backboard one and the Chicago one both came out, like with months of each other. And I didn't buy Chicago ones because I had older versions of it. And
Hmm.
the Shattered Backboard, I don't really wear a lot of orange.
Hmm.
I could have had both of those pairs for $86 a piece.
Oh no. What?
But in 2015, Jordan
Uh-huh.
weren't unattainable. They
Yeah.
they were popular, but they weren't like they are now. So I
Uh-huh.
just figured if I want those down the line, I'll be able to get them for 200 or whatever. That was my
Hmm.
mindset. I never thought it would blow up the way it has. I never
Yeah.
Jordan ones would be the Jordan because
Yeah.
yeah, it was. I mean, up until 2011, people used to treat Jordan ones like Jordan twos. You know,
Right.
it was either bigger old dude Jordan one.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Jordan 2. It's the same. They used to be cheaper. They're still cheaper than the regular retro, but it used to be a
Yeah.
wider of a gap.
Right.
So yeah, now it's only $20. But yeah, I really regret that. It's not that they're worth a lot of money. I like them both. I mean, I
Hmm.
should have bought them.
Right, right. You know what? I remember the name of mine. They were the Nike Pegasus Trail. I don't know. It was something about the fit of them that I just didn't like. I don't know if it was like because of the toe box. It was just something about them that, I don't know. I just didn't like them. So that was my regrettable purchase. So
That's not that bad. That's not that
no, it's
bad.
not.
Something y'all have. I still got. I even have some dunks where I was looking like, for instance, the the Dr. Feelgood, the Motley Crue dunks from 2008, the lime green with the.
Okay.
I had a bunch of urban clothes that went with them then, like live don't wear
Yeah.
anymore. But now I
Yeah.
look at I don't know how these, but it was a moment. You know what I mean? So,
Right, right. But
yeah.
Hayes, do you think maybe they might circle back around and be something?
I mean, I still own them, but
Okay, okay.
I
Yeah,
don't really get rid of. I mean, I've been called a hoarder, but I don't really
yeah.
get rid of the shoes. Like I still got the Air Force One lows, the Invisible Woman's with the clear. Like I'm not getting rid of nothing.
Oh, wow.
But that was a moment. Like I got
Yeah,
Fantastic Four pack, so I,
yeah.
at the time I was completing packs. I was all about that. Like I need all the shoes in this pack. So that's how.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, okay. What's the shoe that you have right now that you need to undead stock?
Ooh.
Hot.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm a little guilty because I think I have a few that are dead stock. But if I were to say something that I need to undead stock, it would have to be okay. It's gonna have to be my I would go with my Fire Reds, my Jordan 3 Fire Reds. Uh I haven't wore these because I don't know if it's just because I'm waiting for the right moment, but or I don't know, but these are still clean. They're still clean on the bottom. I don't know. I just haven't found it in my heart to kind of just take them out. I guess because I'm just panicky because of all the white, and then I'm just like, what if it? I don't know. I really like these, but I have this amongst other pair. I have a few that I have dead stock, but this is definitely one pair that I just haven't been able to put to concrete or, or do anything with it. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
what's up, Mike Allen? Back today. What's going on, man? Um, all right. Do you have a shoe that you won't undead stock that you like? Yeah, I'm never wearing these. Do you have anything better?
Yes, never wearing. It's gonna have to be my carpet dunks. Like, I don't know if I just it's too premature for me to take them out now. I'm still kind of like I'm like, oh, if something happens, if something gets torn on them, I'm not ready for them to be torn. So, and the crazy thing about it is when I got them, I was tempted to kind of pull the back tab. Let me see, I'll pull it back out. I was tempted to pull the back tab off of the little stitching off of the carpet duct, and I'll show you exactly where yeah, here. I started peeling here, and then it got that far, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna leave it right there where it's at. So these right here, right now I can't realistically see me deer stocking these. So yeah.
What's the shoe that I'm sure you know other people in the shoes.
Hmm.
What's the shoe that everybody loves that you just don't fuck with?
Oh my gosh, I think I think people are they're gonna light me up for this. So the Jordan 14s, I can't get with them though, and even though I want to make sure I'm saying her name right, the Ali Alili or Ali, the ones that just came out with the jade accents, the colorway, everything about them, I was like, oh, these are actually the prettiest ones that I've seen thus far. But it hasn't pushed me over the edge to be like, yeah, I have to get them. Only because sometimes I feel like when you get towards the top of the shoe, I just feel like something is just missing. And so I don't know if it's just me or maybe I haven't seen them in person, but I don't know. It's just something about the silhouette of them I just can't get with. So
Well, mine too. That the
Mhm.
really a lot of the 14s, including that one out now, have been low tops. But
That yeah. Okay.
you aren't gonna. I feel like the 14 is sort of like the two, where it's kind of a love it or hate it, Jordan.
Yeah, yeah.
They're they're like I've done more Jordan 14 releases that didn't sell than that did sell. OG colors,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
like the only 14 I think I've done where it sold out that day was the
Hmm.
last time the black and reds came out in 2000,
Oh,
and that was because I didn't really have that many. I was with him
yeah.
at that time, but um, I did the release for that shoe three other times and they didn't sell out. And this is the last shot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the hood. Certain Jordans I always say that the hood doesn't mess with, and the 14 is
Yeah.
one of them. You know, I feel that way about the one, the three.
Yeah.
Um, lately, the 7 and 8 haven't really been feeling the love from Nike and Jordan brand like they were before. Um,
Okay.
but certain numbers like 9 through 13, that's the hood
Hmm.
for everybody. 11s
Right.
they almost don't even
Right.
count.
Yeah.
Basic color 12 is gonna come out. I know everybody in the hood is gonna have it. Like those
Oh,
black,
you know that.
yeah,
Right.
those
Right.
any shoe with primary color, 12
Yeah.
heat it up.
Yeah.
13 too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So like I was thinking that since you were talking about the different numbers, the as far as for me, I'm gonna say this. The sevens, I do like the sevens, but like I said, the only sevens that I mean, there are a couple of sevens that I do like, but the sevens that I do like are the Greater Chinas, and I feel like the Jordan 6, they're my Jordan 6, the denim. I feel like a lot of people kind of maybe slept on those, and I don't know if it's because of how they looked on maybe on the internet or on the website, but in person, I'm gonna bring out the denims. The denims to me, I brought these. I usually kind of like put these out in the fall. I don't know. These just kind of remind me of a fall time shoe, but I just really feel them because, you can mix and match. You can do your denim with it. And I mean, on feet, I really think like these they're different, they're just kind of like out of the box. So I really, again, it's a texture thing. I love these. These are probably like a Jordan in the fall time that I like to kind of pull out a couple of times. But then the Greater Chinas, the Jordan 7 Greater China, I love these because of I just like the detail that they put in on these shoes. Like, I really, I like the kind of the artwork, everything about them, how they just kind of really detailed. And then the bottom of the shoe, I really love the green, the colors, they just kind of really pop. So these were like a really good pair, that I really enjoyed. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do own the denims. I actually have two pairs.
Okay.
I customized and a pair I left regular.
Nice.
I'm gonna just give you my theory.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about Jordans and the hood, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
If a Jordan is too hard to wear or you have to think too much to put it together, people will not buy it.
All right.
I
I
really
like
feel
that theory. Yeah.
because to me when I wore the regular denim 6 because I bleached the other pair, the pair that's
Oh,
near
nice.
denim that I've worn once. I just wore it with some black joggers. I have
Mm-hmm.
this red hoodie with a 23 on it, but it's not a Jordan hoodie. It just looks like it could be. And I
Mm-hmm.
jacket over it, with the layering, and I wore like a vintage Bulls hat. It was perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Denim on top of denim. I did sell them to a bunch of older dudes. I'm gonna wear it. You
Uh-huh.
know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Jean jacket, jeans with the shoe.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, all right. But
Yeah.
we had them on sale for $150, and I still really didn't sell them that well.
Mm.
So yeah, it's to me, it'll end up like how the Wheat 6 is, where people didn't want it, but in a couple years, it's gonna be like a sought after Jordan, and I don't see it used like I used to because it's like people realize customize these.
Right, right. That and hey, you put me on something because I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about, something like that. But I forgot what I was going to say about the denim. So like with the denims, the crazy thing about it, like when I went I was like walking into the store and it was like there they were on the shelf and it was kind of like they were even like reduced and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna cop them because I like them. So, I'll go
Yeah,
and get them. And so I was able to get them at a nice price. And so I was cool with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the second pair, the pair I ended up bleaching, I just found at Plato's Closet. They were
Oh, wow.
they were like $50 or $60.
Nice.
And they had already been worn, but they weren't beat. But like the worn areas or whatever, it just kind of fed into the distressing of the shoe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, with anything that I distress, I always like to have a regular pair and the pair, because I have a LeBron
Definitely.
where I did the same thing where I distressed the pair and I kept the pair regular.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Ash McMath 04, another one of my favorite guests. Welcome. All right. Well, how does your family feel about your relationship with sneakers?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think that my family basically I think they've been influenced, my sister basically she's one of the ones that's kind of like she's kind of been the one that really was out there kind of with the sneakers and she was like you need to get some sneakers, you need to get back into it. So she kind of pushed me to go ahead and just start back collecting and just really getting into it. So I think when it came from her influencing me to get back into it and then my family just seeing us doing it, it's kind of like, oh, so like now my mom, she downloaded the sneakers app and she's like, have you seen these coming out? I'm like, Mom, like what? She's
Good.
texting and sending, she's like, I can get in and I can log in and I can try to win them or something, let me like, Mom, don't worry about it, but hey, sometimes, it works because, you get those more opportunities. So, and so like as well as my dad, he got into wearing the LeBrons. He's like a LeBron fan, and like recently he's like, oh, those Jordan 12s are pretty nice, and I'm like, yeah, daddy, whatever. So
Good.
yeah. So, and also my brother recently also kind of he bought his what was it, the 12s that just recently came out. I forgot the name. They were black and they had the gray kind of bottom.
Oh, you
Uh
took, yeah.
yeah, the utilities. Yeah. So he caught those and he was like, "Oh, you think I should pay this money?" Like, if you want them, if you're gonna be in this, you can't be like, "Oh, you just got to get them. If it's what you like, it's what you like."
Yeah. I like how you said
Mhm.
in this. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Mhm.
All right. If you don't mind me asking,
Uh-huh.
you have a significant other or whatnot. How do they feel about,
Yes, I have a significant other, and my husband, yes, he feels, he's like, oh, he supports me, and sometimes I see him and I'm like, oh, these pair are pretty cool. What do you think about these? He's kind of, I don't know, but he supports me. So, he's the
good?
one that kind of helps me get everything together and all of that. And so trying to make sure I got my set looking nice. And so shout out to him. He's a sweetheart.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like my wife is she's a collector as well. She's got a lot of sneakers herself, so
Oh,
it's,
boy.
it's an interesting thing, being with somebody
Right.
who's in it. But okay. Well, what do you I should say, what direction do you see your collection going in the future?
In the future, I think I would love to see my collection go to probably taking more chances, maybe finding shoes that are kind of really niche. That's just me. I'm kind of like, I like just things that look really artistic, really artsy and stuff like that. So as far as me collecting, I think what I'm doing now is I'm slowing up on Jordan collections, and now I think I can't say I'm going to slow up on my Dunk collection because I don't think that's ever going to stop probably, but I still want to kind of keep collecting things that really stand out, and people, that kind of like are eye catchers, like, okay, wow, that's just me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, as far as new releases, what's on your radar next?
Oh, the Jordan shimmers. Those shimmers, those things. I relate those kind of like the Jordan, the off-white fours. I'm like, those are like the next best thing for me. So in comparison to the off-white fours. So when the shimmers come out, like I'm like, whether if I don't get it on the draw, if I have to get it, third party, it's a must because that's something that I really want. And one thing I really liked about when I read about them was that they said that the more you wear the shoe, the more distressed it becomes, the more it shimmers. So
Oh,
I'm eager to see that, and so I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be a pretty nice touch. Yeah.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Hmm.
All right. Well, before we wrap up, do you have any questions for me?
Uh, well, what do you? I guess as far as with you having your sneaker platform, as far as like your total, I guess maybe your main goal, where would you like to see your sneaker platform go?
Um, hmm, I've never. That's a really good question.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to, if I could, parlay
Hmm.
this to hosting a show like this for a Nice Kicks or a Sneaker File,
Nice.
Nike. You know what I mean? Just
Yes.
I like talking to people. I feel like I have the personality for it, and I mean the common interest of sneakers, sneaker
Yeah.
knowledge. I mean, I have a lot. I have a lot of shoes. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, I would love to do something. I mean, I'm fortunate where I work for Converse right now,
Hmm. Oh,
but
wow. Mhm.
that's why if you do see me post, if it's a day where I'm wearing some Converse, I had to go to work that day
Yeah. Yeah.
because Converse is a part of Nike, which it's like I work. When I get paid,
Hmm.
it says Nike, but we don't have access to the sneakers app like discount wise.
Right, right. Oh man.
So, but I would love to do some sort of marketing or media for a shoe company or a website. You know, I would love to parlay this into that, but I really do enjoy just talking to people,
Hmm.
different walks of life. Like, you got like a career. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
have careers, or and yeah, it's good to be able to see that you do that, but you still are able to do this. So
Right,
really enjoy
right.
connecting with people. So I don't know. I've said a couple different things, but hopefully I've
Yeah. No,
answered.
that's pretty dope. I wanted to say one more thing. It said, I was watching one of your sneaker shows, and I picked up that you were a Converse fan. So what I wanted to kind of show you was that I don't know how you would feel, but these are my first pair of Converse. I've
Great.
never
Okay.
never looked at Converse before, but these are my first pair. And like I said, I guess what drove me to them is how lightweight they are. They really feel like they're not even on your feet. They're so lightweight. I like how they did the recycled material. They said that they made this out of 85% plastic bottles, yarn, and t-shirts. So I thought that was a good way to kind of use recycled material. And you know, I thought these were like really different and cool looking Converse. So yeah, just wanted to show you those since you were a Converse fan.
Oh yeah. The Crater has done pretty
Hmm.
well. Um, we actually have a pair now with Flyknit. So
Yeah.
um,
Oh wow.
it's one of the few, because usually they only really put the Nike technology in performance, the basketball
Hmm.
shoes, some of the runners, but yeah, I actually have a pair of those myself.
Oh, nice.
Worn them yet,
Me,
but
me either.
I
Yeah.
plan on wearing them.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I mean,
Mhm.
that's like having Nike and Converse. Just
Right. Merge together, right.
you got to get you a pair of regular ones up in there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
But
Definitely.
yeah. Well, anything else you want to add before we close it off?
Well, just check me out on Instagram at Most Steps. Check me out on my YouTube page at Most Steps. If you like my content, just subscribe and just support me.
I've subscribed.
Thank you.
For the videos before, just kind of get a feel. You know what I'm saying, for what you do, and I like it. I enjoy it. So
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate everybody who's come in. I hate that we got some good people coming in as we're getting off. Mrs.
Yeah.
MD Robinson, Amy R75. We're actually about to close it off, but on behalf of Most Steps, I'm Shorty C94, and see you guys soon.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Bye.